Okay, push the record button. Okay, ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, ready in 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the couch. My name is Melissa and this is Couch Mom Club. Today I'm going to show you a really fun and really cool recipe. One that is really dear to my heart because I miss travel, I miss going to Jamaica, and I miss eating this recipe. And I promise you, if you are a fish lover like I am, seafood, all kinds of seafood, you are going to enjoy this recipe. So let's get right into it. All right, guys, Jamaica is one of my most favorite and most cherished destinations of all time. Anywhere that I've been, I always have a desire to return to Jamaica. If I could go every year, multiple times a year, I would. But one of my most favorite thing about traveling to the island is the food. And that is usually my favorite thing about any place. I love to eat, and I love to eat good food. The recipe that I'm gonna show you today, I learned here in Canada, but when I've traveled to Jamaica in the past, it is something that I crave because it is the best thing to have when you're on the island. Nobody does it better than Jamaica. In fact, there's a place called Little Ochi that I travel to, and I always get the roasted fish. Guys, listen, let me tell you something. All of those ingredients mixed and marinated together, it is just amazing. And the fact that they cook it outdoors, I don't know, there's no words. I can't even find the words. It is just simply the best. And of course, with this pregnancy, I've been craving seafood. So I've been trying all kinds of seafood dishes, and this one is I will do this again and again and again. I'm gonna show you exactly what I did so that you can recreate this recipe at home. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that I do is wash my hands, of course, and get all of my vegetables ready. The vegetables and the stuffing is what I'm gonna prepare first. So I'm gonna chop up a few of my choice vegetables, including garlic, fresh thyme. I can't say the name.
Mommy?
Huh?
What actually in Jamaican?
Yeah, that's a good idea. You should just say it.
Do it in Jamaica?
Yeah. Say it how you would normally say it.
Mommy?
So because I don't know how to say it in English, my son said, just do it in Jamaican, mommy. Remember, I was born in Canada, but I like to pose as a Jamaican yardie. So here we go. We cut up little thyme, little scallion, little okra, and them ting that. I use a little garlic and I season that up. I mix that all together with a little bit of Scotch bonnet pepper, and I make sure that I put little margarine butter so that it can mix all together. Now in that mix, I make sure to throw in some soup. And guys, this is not a cuss word. It's like literally called cock soup because it is like the rooster and the chicken and whatever. So that's what it's called. You could find it in your international section, probably in the grocery store. So that's what I use. I mix it all together and that creates an amazing stuffing. Now here you can use salt and pepper and maybe a little bit of seasoning salt for more seasoning to make it more flavorful, but that is totally optional. Of course, the pepper is optional as well, but for me, I love a little spice, so I make sure that I include the pepper. After I've done this, I will set it aside and prepare my fish. Now, I've already gotten the fish cleaned in the supermarket, so I didn't have to do too much. Go pee. I'll pause the video so you can go pee. So I've already cleaned the fish at the grocery store, so there's not too much that I have to do. But I will do a little bit of extra cleaning at my home. So I made sure that I washed off all of the scales and used a little lemon juice to really clean my fish. After I was finished doing that, I patted it dry with a little bit of paper towel, and then I am ready to stuff my fish and put it on the grill. I like to use 2 pieces of foil paper because I don't have the heavy duty foil. But what I did was laid out 2 pieces of foil paper and seasoned the one side of the fish with a little bit of salt, pepper, seasoning salt, and a little bit of garlic pepper as well. So I put that on.
Mommy?
Yes?
Actually do it in Jamaica.
Okay, I will. So after I season up the fish on the one side, me use the stuffing and put it in the middle. When the fish was stuffed, I laid it down on the other side and I put little seasoning on the other side and I wrapped it up in the foil paper. Now, foil paper could be said foil paper for those of you. Let me digress for a second. I was in the store, okay? And I couldn't find the foil paper and I was asking everyone. And then I got frustrated. The guy was like, what do you need? I don't understand. I'm like, defile paper. At that moment, I took on the spirit of my grandma. And I just felt like, where have I gone? But I reeled myself back in. I became Canadian again, and I said, the foil paper, you know, the silver paper that you use in the oven. Finally, he understood me. Anyways, because I don't have heavy duty file, I use just a regular foil paper, and I use 2 sheets. Put my fish in the center, and I wrapped it up nice and tight. Those little parcels are going to go directly on the grill, and the grill is going to cook and roast the fish to perfection. Now, once the fish is done, you can just remove it and enjoy. I find that it is best to eat it right off the grill. Even though it's going to be a little hot, that is the best time to eat it because all of the flavors and the smells and everything is just dancing together. I promise you guys, if you are afraid to look at the fish head, if you're afraid to look at the eyes and you can't eat something that's looking at you, I've heard it all before. Feel free to cut the head off. For me, I find that there's a lot of flavor there, so I never cut the head off. Just make sure everything is cleaned well and ready to go. So that is it, guys. That is how you do roasted fish Jamaican style. And guys, I'm already just wishing that I was on a plane on my way to Little Ochi where I can sit down and eat some of this fish in a very undignified way. Now on camera, I was kind of being a little bit, you know, neat and nice, but this is a time in my life when I fly to Jamaica and I'm sitting somewhere in nice weather, somewhere by the beach maybe, and I'm eating this fish or any kind of seafood. I promise you, you don't want to see what it looks like because by the end of it, I'm licking everything and there's food and grease everywhere and I don't feel ashamed. But this time around, I was a little bit more neat with it and I took my time. Guys, I want to tell you, there's a warning when you're eating any kind of seafood with bones in it. Of course, the fish that I used was a porgy fish and it did have a lot of bones in it. Be very, very, very careful. If you are going to serve something like this to your children, make sure that you take all the bones out first. Don't just give them a fish and tell them to have at it. I'm gonna go on and on and on because I just love this fish. I love this dish. It's just amazing. And I think that I'm going to go and eat some more. So let me close this video and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you try this recipe. If you are thinking, hey, I want to try this, let me know. I use the porgy fish, but you can use any fish that can be stuffed. Guys, I thank you so much for watching this video and I thank you for being here. Of course, as always, there's plenty of room in the club, so go ahead and join the club and hit that subscribe button. Also ring the bell so that you know when I post new videos. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video. That's it.
Does that work for you, Teo?
Yep.
Okay. That's a wrap?
Yep.
All right.
Thanks, Teo. How do you say
Is it just
okra?
okra?
Okra? Is it okra?
That's how I would read it.
I always say okra. I don't know.
Yeah, you use a U instead of a O.
I have no idea how it's said. I'm blanking. And to go spell it to ask Google to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what an embarrassment.